Well, hello everybody. Today we're going to work on a couple generators. I've got a lot of these laying around. It's not a problem if you don't call it one. Okay. But I've got these two little guys. I've got a big one there. I've got another one there. I think I've got 5 sitting outside. So I figured it was time to start going through them, see if we can make them run. Bought this little guy last year. To run the pull truck for the battery charger and the heating element, and it really just does not run that well. It won't run a shop vac. It says right there 2500 watts. It's just not that great. Thinking it's a dirty carburetor. It had, I think, 3 or 4 different phone numbers and names on it, so it's been around. I don't think anyone ever has been real happy with it, so hopefully we can make that one run. This one, it's an oldie, I believe 1987. It's a Coleman Powermate Pulse 1850. Runs on a 3.5 horse Briggs & Stratton. It came with the pull truck. And last time I seen it run was, I believe, 2019. The only thing that it was used for was just to keep the battery charged up. But now we've got a heating element in the oil pan and stuff for the cold evenings, and it's just not quite enough. But we're gonna go through it here, see if we can make it run. It's got oil leaking all over the place, and there's no gas in it, so I'm sure that ended up in the oil pan. So we're gonna get going on that and see if we can have some fun with it. It does pull over pretty easy. So it's not stuck or froze up or nothing. Did you win, kid?
Yes, I did. I just gotta cut a couple zip ties and whatnot, so.
Okay. Just watch your big feet there.
I will.
I get the spark plug out here, see what it's looking like. See if it even has spark. So that looks pretty nice. It is a Champion. See if we can see any sparkles when we crank her over. Make sure we're not chasing our tail here. Show me something. Maybe if we turn it out a little bit. Not really about getting shocked here. Oh yeah. We got spark. Put that back in there. So now we'll take the side panels off and get her cleaned up, get fresh oil in it. It's been sitting for a while, and I think the gas ran down through it because the fuel valve was left on. It happens. It happens. This is a goofy size. It's a 3/4 19 mil. Jump into her here and see what we find. This side we got 4 Phillips screws. Honestly, for as old as it is, it's coming apart quite nicely. You know what they say, they just don't build things like they used to. I don't know if 1989 falls into that category, but seems to be right now. Oh yeah, she's dirty in there. And on this side, we also got 3 Phillips. The exhaust is pretty rusty. I guess that's to be expected. I don't think that one's coming out. That one is though. See if we can persuade it just a little. That one won't come out either. Turn around here. So, need the flap to take that off. See what the air filter looks like. It's pretty windy. Well, little engines were made with better parts back then. Honestly, you can see daylight through this. Filter's not that bad. I got a little pre-filter in here also. It's a little dirty, but not bad. We'll definitely clean this stuff up before it goes back on. Ooh-wee. Get that pulled off of there. Looks like it's ready. Okay, let's get her oil drain in. So for this little guy, it's a drain plug right there. Happens to be a 3/8. Get that going, and then we'll get this side all sprayed down. Ooh, that's crusty. The oil really does not look that bad. It is a little thin, so I think there's some gas that got mixed in it. Nothing crazy. We'll get her filled back up here. It is crusty in there. I gotta bring you guys over to show you that. Crusty. Yeah, see the oil? Not too bad. It is a little thin though, but it's pretty crusty. Now we're gonna get her all cleaned up though. I bought a whole case of that stuff on accident. I was hoping it was just the B12 to put in the fuel tank, and that's what got shipped. So, you know, it's the way it goes. This side over here is pretty dirty also. So, yeah, we'll get her cleaned up, sprayed up, and hopefully she'll run for us. What I'm gonna do for the carburetor, I don't think I'm gonna take it all the way off. I'm just, see if I can show you. Gonna take that out, that bolt right there. Take the bowl off and see if the float's good, and be able to see everything from under there, and that should be all right. Guess what they say, pitter patter, let's get at her. Okay, fine. Right. I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up and then grab something to drink, and we'll be back to look in the carburetor and go from there. All right, welcome back. Got me something for wet my whistle. Pretty much ready to put oil in it, take the carb apart, and then put some gas in it. Had some oil laying around. Definitely enough in there to deal with that. And for gas, anything small engine, ATVs, generators, chainsaws, all that, ethanol free. That's where we want to be, ethanol free. You don't want that stuff gumming up your equipment, especially stuff that doesn't get used that often. So, I'm going to show you guys how much better it looks cleaned up, and then we'll get to her. So there's that side. Woo! Much more better, much more better. We're gonna put oil on this side because it's the easiest to get to. No dipstick on these old Briggs. An old timer once told me, if you can kind of see down in there, oil to the bottom of the threads. And that's about the first joint there on your pinky finger. So we'll put oil in it. Show you the other side. Woo-wee! Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. All right. Let's get back at her. All right. I guess let's put Earl in it. Should we put some Earl in it? Guess it won't run very long without it. Okay, we have a flashlight now. See if I can see what we're doing in here. Yeah, this thing definitely holds more than I thought it did. My, oh my. Just a little 3.5 horse Briggs and Stratton. How much oil can it hold? Do you guys know? Yeah, I don't either. Still a little more to go. And that'll do it. My friends, that will do it. Try to clean up the little mess I made here. And we'll put the engine cover back on this side. Don't foresee us needing it. Ethanol fuel ethanol-free fuel. Apologize. And make sure the fuel valve is off. Dump some fuel in it. According to what I can find online, it holds 1.3 gallons. So I don't think we need to put that much in her. Definitely enough to see if she'll run though. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Shall we see what's in that card now? Oh, a little gas in her, she gets heavier. So we know we got spark, we know we got fuel in it anyways. Alright, let's see. Any smaller sites. Should be good to go. See what size it is. No, first time. 13 milliliter. Let's go. Well, it comes off pretty easy. That's good. Good sign. And it's got fuel in her. Make sure you drop everything. That's crucial to working on these. See? Do it twice, just to make sure. And this little doodad is in the way. Just pull that off real quick. Three washers and a spacer. And that did not help at all. Really? There we go. See if you can see up in there. Pretty good junk. Get that cleaned out, and the float seems to be working at the moment. Mucho better. Verify the needle and seat are working here in just a minute. I guess that really didn't need to come off, so we'll put that back on. not real sure what that does. Alright, turn the fuel valve on, and fuel is a flowing, and fuel shuts off. There we go, it cleaned up. It was pretty crusty there for a second. Turn the valve off, and clean up our mess like we've been doing most of the day. All right. Put the float bowl back on and see if she wants to fire. I got faith. I think she wants to go. I could be wrong though. Been wrong before. Just snug this back up, nothing crazy. Okay, put that back in place, tighten her up. See if we can get her to fire. Fuel on, run switch on, and put her on full choke, see what happens. I guess it's gonna run. It's served because there's no air filter on it. That's quite impressive. I guess we'll put the air filter and stuff back on and go from there. Did you see that? Was not expecting that, to be completely honest. But I will take it. I will take it. Got the 3 little screws that hold this on. I also cleaned this up. Don't know if I showed you guys how dirty it was. Front and back. It looks way better. Get this thrown on. Little evap hose back on there. Eight millimeter. Get these snugged up a little bit. I guess we won't be using that ratchet. The little lever is missing. And the air filter. So this is kind of, I'll show you. It's got, whew, I need to clean that actually. It's got those little tabs in it. It snaps in, and the two screws go on it. But it's dirty. Well, we'll fire it back up and see if it'll run a tool. I think I got one over here somewhere. Give that a go. Spinning wheel of death. Well, if I fire back up, we'll throw this on it. I'm probably gonna let it run for a little while. All right, so switch on, fuel on. See if it'll go without the choke. The old Craftsman shop vac, 5 peak horsepower, had it since '07. Let's see if it'll run that. All right, here we go. Get warm. Heck yeah! Well, it's been about 15 minutes or so. Just runs pretty awesome again. We're going to let that cool down a little bit and then turn it off, and we'll get started on the other one. Top of the morning, everybody. It is bright and early on this Friday. So this video was supposed to be about getting both of these running. We got this guy running, which you just saw. This one's been a bit of a basket case, so it's going to be in its own video. And we'll dive into that here shortly and see if we can make it run properly. It does run, just not right.